Hey guys, don't worry. The whole video is not going to be with my crappy computer mic. I just want to clarify because I'm looking at it right now and titling it "Pulling a Shea Weber" kind of has like a negative connotation. I want to clarify that when I say pulling a Weber, what I mean by that is not officially retiring, but going on LTIR and staying there. Now, again, there could be a multitude of reasons why Carey Price does that. Maybe Carey Price does that because he still believes he can come back and play with the Montreal Canadiens. Maybe he does it so he can keep earning money from his contract. There's a bunch of different reasons he could do it. So I don't mean any disrespect when I say that. When I say pulling a Shea Weber, I mean doing a similar thing like he did, where instead of officially retiring, saying, no, I'm not playing this season, and then the next season coming on saying, no, I'm not playing this season, so on and so forth, that type of thing, and it kind of all being up in the air and it not being completely official. That's what I meant.
All right, mired in the Sean Monahan trade news the other day, some heartbreaking news for Habs fans for decades, as Carey Price, the face of the franchise for the past decade plus, okay, this is the tweet that came down after Kent Hughes' interview talking about Sean Monahan. Eric Engels says, Kent Hughes says news on Carey Price's knee is discouraging. Don't expect him available to start the season, possibly won't be able to return at all this season. Heartbreak for Habs fans and for Carey Price, especially after guys like Stéphane Waite came out and said that Carey Price's knee was looking good and he was going to come out and play this upcoming season. So just a shock here. And honestly, I feel like he's going down the Shea Weber route where, can't play this upcoming season really means, hey, there's a good chance he might not play at all again. His career might be over. But John Lou said it best on TSN the other day. It could be that Carey Price is just coming out here and trying to soften the blow, okay? Trying to really make it not as tough on Habs fans as it could be if he just says, hey, I'm done. But to me, again, for my money, he is doing the Shea Weber thing, and I would put it at over 90% that Carey Price's career is over. Seriously here, I don't see him coming back. I mean, the fact that it's taken this long for the knee to recover and it's still not responding well, on top of the dude's personal issues, I really see it as extremely, extremely unlikely. And honestly, it angers me because they came out and said that this is an issue that's been bothering him since Chris Kreider came out and hit his knee in the 2014 playoffs, which if you ask me, if Kreider doesn't jam into Price there and throw him out for the rest of the series, I think the Habs have a legitimate shot at the Stanley Cup in the 2013-14 season. So honestly, just so frustrating that it's still bothering him almost 10 years later. And like, he's getting medical injections for it, and that's doing almost nothing. So he's got a ton of physical problems on top of, again, we know that the substance issues have also arisen for Carey Price. So that's another issue that is a real shame for a guy who's just been such an amazing trooper for this franchise. He's been the face of the franchise and symbolized what it meant to be a Montreal Canadien. Loyal, calm, put his head down, went on the ice, and let his play do the talking, and was a leader who was never shy. He never shied away from anything, but he also wasn't raw, over the top, always big mouth, okay? To me, he personified what being a Montreal Canadien means, okay? So it's such a shame that this is how he goes out. I love that his last game in the NHL was a 10-2 win, that they put up 10 goals for him. That's great. And of course, he had that 2021 Stanley Cup final run, the Cinderella story for him. I mean, I understand now. Like, every Stanley Cup loss, you can see the team on the other side, they're absolutely gutted. They're so sad. They're literally devastated. But it just seemed so much more devastating and so much more sad and heartbreaking. It looked like they were destroyed. And the two guys that I'm really looking at, it's Carey Price and it's Shea Weber. They looked like abnormally devastated, like more than guys usually do after losing a Stanley Cup. Like, they looked so destroyed. Like, I remember looking at them at that Game 5 loss to Tampa Bay when they lost the Cup in Tampa. And I remember thinking, like, wow, they look like, I know everybody's going to be really, really sad because you pour your heart and soul, blood, and tears into this thing, but they looked like abnormally extra, like ultimately sad and destroyed about this. And now we know why, because they knew that this was their last dance. This was their last, and in the case of Carey Price, only chance to fight for the cup, and they were devastated that it came to an end, like absolutely crushed. And I really understand it a lot more now. It's such a shame that this is most likely how Carey Price is going to go out. And I'm so sad about it because he's had such injury trouble for the past 5-6 years, plus maybe even 7, okay? And I wish it could have ended on a better note. I wish it could have ended with him raising the cup over his head, or at least one more season where we get MVP Carey Price and he wills his team and carries them to the Stanley Cup playoffs and on a run like he did, 3 times, 4 times in the Marc Bergevin years? Like, man, I wish he could have done that just one more time. And again, a lot of people are blaming Bergevin, being like, Bergevin should be tried for his crimes against Carey Price. Unbelievable, the ECHL team that he put in front of Carey Price. Could Marc Bergevin have done a better job building a team for Carey Price than putting guys like Brandon Prost on the ice or George Peros? Yeah, he could have. But don't forget that Bergevin also went to the 3rd round in 2014. The 2nd round in 2015, and a Stanley Cup final in 2021. I'm not defending Bergevin. I do not think he was a good general manager even, but he wasn't as terrible as ruining Carey Price's career like some people are suggesting. So that's just something to consider. And if you're new to this channel and you want to talk more about this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, the whole deal. You know what to do. Okay, notification bell. If you want to follow me on Twitter, at JohnnyHockeyYT, I will be interacting with you guys on there. Let me know if you want to see my face in future videos. I've been thinking about doing that here. Let me know what you think about that. Hey, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.